Hello and welcome back. My name's Gail Hillman. I'm your trainer with this particular unit, Organised Personal Work Priorities and Development. So in this video tutorial, I wanted to go through with you the very final assessment. So just to navigate again, we're back in modules. I'm scrolling down. We're going to the bottom of the page and you can see the very last assessment, which is 11 questions, written questions. And these are the important ones to get right. So let me just show you what they look like and do a bit of a kind of a tour of the process and how it all works. So what you need to know with the written questions is that you have 3 attempts to complete it. When you complete it and you achieve 100%, it's complete. There is no pass. It's 100% or nothing. So it's important that you kind of watch this video. Hopefully it'll help you sort of get into the right place. So you can see here I've, of course, and 2, you need to know that even if you do 3 attempts and you still can't complete it, you don't reach 100%, no pressure. I'll just work more closely with you to get you across the line. That's fine. It's just one of those things. So you can see here I've attempted the first time. This was in the workshop that I ran the other day. So I'm going to resume with a second attempt. But I won't fill it in. I'm just going to show you what the questions look like so that you can feel a little more comfortable with it as you go. So the very first question is to explain what a SMART goal is. Now I think you all know what a goal is, but the trick here, the highlight for you to know is the word SMART, given that SMART's the acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, all of that. So what I'm looking for when you answer that is what you would say a SMART goal is, something that incorporates, etc. And you would have those specific words that form the acronym. So then you go to next. You're going to be asked, why would you need to negotiate and agree on work goals and KPIs? What you need to consider here is the question is based on, do you remember we were doing some talking around monitoring work performance and how KPIs form a framework for our work performance, and how when we're working one-on-one with our manager to review our performance, KPIs come up. So if you're thinking in those terms, why is it important that we negotiate those goals? The answer is actually on the site, but you may already have the answer. But the answer is on the site. Please don't copy it directly because that's plagiarism. Number 3, you're given a series of definitions that you must marry up with particular articles. So let me give you an example. The drop-down box here gives you 6 particular things. So you're looking to marry this up with that. So for instance, the very first one, set of rules and principles that guide how to set direction and achieve outcomes in the workplace. You need to be asking yourself, is that policy? Is that procedure? Where does that sit? And then of course you just do the same with all of the 6. Then you go to next. This question is, what is time management? More importantly, it asks you to provide 3 time management techniques that you could use in the workplace. This is actually on the site as well if you wanted to go back into previous work. Or you could use you could use a quote directly, a definition off of Google. Once again, if you're going to use someone else's definition, please reference it. Otherwise, just put down what you think time management is and identify 3 time management techniques that you could use in the workplace. They are listed on the site. Number 5, you're asked to use the drop-down box again. In this instance, you're matching the 4 different types of feedback with their explanation. So, for example, if we're looking at the first one, focus on what the individual has done well and clearly explain the areas requiring attention. Would that be informal, positive, constructive, or formal? Okay. A lot of this stuff is quite intuitive, so that's fine. If you're struggling at all, please just check some of the earlier readings. Number 6, how can you obtain, analyse and interpret feedback when communicating with other people. Now, this question is also related to the unit, or yes, the section where we looked at how we monitor work performance, and we were talking about how we would gather feedback from our manager, our supervisor, our clients, our colleagues and things like that. So you're looking to understand how you would get that information, how you would interpret and analyze that information, and obviously how you would make that feedback useful for yourself in the future. So you're just looking to break that one down. Once again, if you use something directly off the readings, please reference it. What would you do if you notice there's a change in the quality of products and services? We spoke a little bit about how when services are impacted negatively, it can come from the service itself, from policy, from individuals, etc. So how would you know that there's been a change of quality? The answer is also in the reading, so please have a look there. Number 8, what is stress and what can cause stress? There is a definition of stress in the readings. Once again, please reference. And then what can cause stress? And I do believe there's quite a few examples, once again, on the site. Please do not copy and paste. Okay. Next one would be number 9. What are some of the most common signs of stress? Once again, this is in the readings. Please, if you're going to use them, reference them. Otherwise, just put your own down. That's fine. Number 10, how can you identify your professional development needs? This is in the site under work performance, where we looked at developing the professional development plan. So I would suggest you go back to that. If you haven't had a chance to look at that thoroughly, please go back to that and reread it. That's fine. It will make sense. Number 11 is your final question. Who can assist you with planning your development activities? Once again, that's on the site. It's quite simple. You would just fill that in. Now, I'm going to try submitting and we'll see what happens. It's not going to let me. Okay, no, that's fine. Oops, looks like I've blown my second attempt, so I better not try that again. Okay, not doing too well. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to go back to the modules. Before I let you go, there is one other thing that I need you to do, and that is the survey. When you go to the bottom there, it's greyed out for me because I'm your trainer and I'm not allowed to see that stuff. So please just click on that link too. And then we're done. Well done. I'm very impressed. Good work. See you next time.